You answer the phone, they come on very courteous, and good afternoon, I hope you're not busy.
They were saying it was like a fraud protection program.
Sounds legit, right? Like somebody from your bank or financial institution's calling to let you know that your information's been compromised. Thing is, that call is yet another scam. Today on DelmarvaLife, we're going to tell you the latest way thieves are trying to trick you and what number they're after now.
Plus, how many times have you received a call from someone saying they're from a charity and they need just $20 to help save someone's life? How do you know if the person on the other end is really with whom they say they are and whether the organization is real? The Better Business Bureau tells us how.
How is what we're answering today when it comes to how you can receive money for helping local authorities find some of Delmarva's fugitives. Don't miss this week's list of our area's most wanted.
Well, many of you want to stay put in your homes in your golden years, no matter what it takes. Coming up, we show you how to grow old at home. Plus, have a health condition that has you second-guessing whether that's possible or not. We show you how some local healthcare professionals are keeping you where your heart is, home.
Well, if your heart is where the sun is, you're not alone. Just make sure you're keeping yourself protected. We're going to tell you what the fastest growing form of skin cancer is, which is the most deadly, and the do's and don'ts of summer skin care.
Well, one thing you don't want your skin to do is itch, and definitely not itch from poison ivy. Find out ways you can get it without touching the typical three-leaf culprit and how you can avoid it.
And some of these people are already trying to avoid one another, and their season just got started. We're going to take you into the house of Big Brother and introduce you to this year's contestants.
DelmarvaLife starts right now. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to DelmarvaLife from historic Studio D.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. That's kind of odd.
Yeah.
I got to tell you a story, though, from last week.
Okay.
Hey, well, last week, one of the tellers from the bank I go to in Seaford said, I've got a story to tell you. Stop by when you can. So I did. She shows me this balloon bouquet that looks like it's been around for a little bit, and she tells me this story. Walking into Methodist Manor House there in Seaford, she found this in the shrubs. She took it inside thinking it was for somebody there. Attached is this envelope that's addressed to Daddy Jake. Well, she learns from the woman behind the desk that there's neither an employee nor a resident there named Jake. So in the search for clues, she opens it to find this birthday card that says, Happy Birthday, Dad. A little worse for wear there because of the storms the night before. Inside, there's a personal note in a child's handwriting. Realizing more and more that this is something she wants to make sure that Daddy Jake receives, she looks closer for clues. She notices in the top right corner the date of 6/14/15 and to Daddy from Ireland and Mommy and Uncle Bobby. On the left side it says, and Chase, Daniel Ullman, and Landon and Lolly. So at this point, she's got that Daddy Jake's birthday is June 14th. This card and balloon bouquet are from Ireland, Mommy, Uncle Bobby, Chase, Landon, and Lolly. Then she notices this in the lower left-hand corner of the card, Miss you up in heaven. So it doesn't take much imagination to see that what probably happened is Mom took the kids out to launch a happy birthday balloon to Daddy Jake in heaven. Now this is what I figure happened. I think Daddy Jake saw it, but he didn't have any place to put it, so he let it fly around for a while just to see where it would land. So guys, if you're watching, that was one terrific gift that you sent.
How about that? That is so amazing. What an amazing story.
Wow.
Okay, speaking of the skies, what are you doing for America's Independence Day? It's only a few days away, and with so many celebrations going on around Delmarva, you should probably start thinking about it.
Yeah, here in Wycomico County, there's going to be the Red, White, and Boom event. DelmarvaLife's Sean Stryker joins us from the Wycomico County Stadium, where the celebration is going to be held next weekend. Sean?
Hey Jimmy, yeah, well they're getting the field ready, and we can only hope the weather is this nice come Saturday. I'm here with Mike Dunn, who came up with Red, White, and Boom. Mike, thanks for joining me.
Sean, thank you. My pleasure.
So when did you start this, and why did you start it?
Well, Salisbury hadn't had fireworks in 6 years, so my wife and I were headed to Assateague just to go for the day in 2011, and I turned to her and I said, you know what? I'm going to bring fireworks back to Salisbury next year. And she looked at me like I had three heads and said, what are you talking about? And that's how we started. It was just unacceptable.
And that's what you did. But it's not just fireworks. It's kind of a night worth of festivities. What can people expect?
Yeah, bring your family. You know, this is a family setting. You see the beautiful field behind us. Bring your blankets and your lawn chairs, your kids, your families. We've got a magician, we've got a juggler, we've got face painters, we've got balloon makers, we've got a clown, we've got bounce houses in the one end zone. We've got a great food court, so burgers and hot dogs and snow cones.
Oh, you got it all. You got everything you could ask for a nice Saturday night.
Yeah.
But of course, the main event is the fireworks, and that's quite the display. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we try to go big. If we're going to do this, we hadn't had them for a long time. The goal was to make them as large as you can see on Delmarva. So right across the street from where you and I are right now, the fireworks are going to rise 600 feet in the air. It's a $20,000 show, which will take about 20 to 25 minutes. And I dare say that if you come here to County Stadium, you will never see or be as close to fireworks as you will be on that night. On
so you can, of course, you can see them from here, but you can see them from, you know,
that's part of the
surrounding area.
Yeah, that's part of the goal. These are free community fireworks, and wherever you're more comfortable to pull up your chair or whatever, the goal is to pull up somewhere and look up and enjoy yourself.
So tell the people at home when they can see it, when everything gets kicked off.
Here at County Stadium, come join us at 6:30. That's when the gates open, and that's when you can start the food and the magicians and all the fun. We'll have a radio station here. Hang out here, get your best spot on the field, and then just wait till 9:15 and look up and celebrate America.
The sky ignites with the fireworks. Mike, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hey guys, the best part is it's free parking. It's a great event to bring out the family. I think I'm going to stop by and check it out. Jimmy and Lisa, back to you guys.
Another big event in Wicomico County is the Hebron Volunteer Firemen's Carnival, and as you know, we're giving away ride wristbands. Now, if you plan to go to the carnival next week, you might want to go on Wednesday because you can help out a local firefighter. Brian Lewis is a career firefighter paramedic with the Hebron Volunteer Fire Department and the city of Salisbury. He was diagnosed with hepatosplenic T-cell lymphoma. Now, Lewis has undergone several radiation and chemotherapy treatments as well as a stem cell transplant. He's unable to work, and his medical bills are piling up. So you can help by going to the carnival next Wednesday night, July 8th. All proceeds from the night will go toward Brian and his medical expenses.
That's a wonderful thing.
It is.
Let me share another wonderful thing. A Salisbury police officer who's recovering from a serious accident got a big surprise. You probably remember Officer Zachary Converse, who was seriously injured while responding to a call on Camden Avenue a couple weeks ago. The suspect in the car hit his patrol car head on. Converse was left with some significant life-altering injuries. Well, Zachary and his girlfriend were getting ready to move into their new home in Berlin just prior to the incident. Well, when Zachary got home from his stay at Shock Trauma, he found an entire living room package, 14 pieces, donated by Ashley Furniture Home Store of Delmar.
There he is with two people from Ashley. That is awesome. We also want to say happy 100th birthday to Pepsi Bottling Ventures in Salisbury. Did you know that Lewis Morgan came from Wales to New York in the early 1900s and bought a ticket to Salisbury? But he thought it was North Carolina, not Maryland. But they decided to stay here 100 years. So.
And we're glad you did. Okay, so by now, you probably know that the SpaceX Dragon rocket delivering supplies to the International Space Station blew up at launch. Company and federal officials are still trying to figure out exactly why this rocket exploded just over 2 minutes into its flight, destroying about 1,500 pounds of food and supplies. It may have reminded you of the Antares rocket explosion at Wallops Island this last October, also carrying supplies to the ISS, but there was something else in common. Meet Joe Garvey, Rachel Lindbergh, and Gabe Voigt, 3 South Carolina high school students whose intricate electronic circuitry experiment was supposed to reach the space station on the Antares launch, but it blew up, so they tried again on the SpaceX Dragon rocket, which also blew up. They're going to try again.
Oh, try again.
Yeah. Do you know why I want to be just like Jean McGeaney when I grow up?
Why?
She was named the Compass Regional Hospice Volunteer of the Month. Members of the staff nominated McGeaney for her consistent willingness to help out at the resale store even when she's not scheduled. McGeaney volunteers more than 500 hours every year.
Congratulations to her. We love dogs here on DelmarvaLife, but let's hope you never meet Max, the yellow lab. He's the new canine for the St. Michael's Police Department, and if you meet him, then he's probably looking for drugs. Also, Christopher D. McMullen II, a Federalsburg native, was sworn in last week. McMullen is an active member of the Maryland National Guard and has a background as a military police officer, though he's joining the St. Michael's Police Department fresh out of the Eastern Shore Criminal Justice Academy at Warwick Community College.
What do you do when it gets hot?
Belly flop?
A belly flop into the pool, of course. Take a look at Bruiser here, the bear. Whoosh. Bruiser the bear is at the Single Vision Wildlife Sanctuary in Florida. He's even got a surfboard there. Yeah, I don't.
Oh my goodness.
Cubs aren't too into it just
No.
yet. It'll probably change. So, just like kids, after climbing out and giving a good shake, there's only one thing left to do when you're a bear in the hot summertime, and that's to climb right back up the ladder, and of course, take a good look at where it is you're planning on going. There's the shake.
There's the shake,
ladder.
and do it again.
And there's the next belly flop.
Woohoo! I love it. Oh, he sure is a persistent guy, huh?
Wow.
Sort of like when your credit card or debit card is compromised and you get a new card, just for the same thing to happen all over again. Yep, been there. Well, until now, that is. Still ahead on DelmarvaLife, we hear about some changes being made to the way you bank, how one little chip may increase your security to the point where you're never hacked again.
Plus, you think you're doing the right thing by donating to worthy causes over the phone, but it turns out it was no worthy cause at all. It was a scam. We're going to hear what to keep an ear out for next.
And of course, it's Monday, meaning today we see a few faces we need to keep an eye out for in this week's Most Wanted Monday. Coming up, hear how you can land a few extra dollars in your pocket with one simple phone call.
And a little later on, you're probably keeping an eye out for poison ivy this summer. You're going to learn a few telltale signs, plus why this season has proven especially dangerous.
And if you do find yourself itching and scratching and itching and scratching, we have a few simple home remedies that may help soothe that annoying itch. DelmarvaLife, we'll be right back.
DelmarvaLife is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.